right. Hey y'all, I'm sorry it's a bit dark. Maybe I can open the blinds a bit. Give me a moment. It's a heat wave, so I gotta be a little careful, but we'll let a little bit of light in. I know it's been a minute, you know. Kiddo had his graduation, we went on vacation, I'm back, but like I said, it's a heat wave, so we have to get these done earlier. And the last couple of days, I just wanted to get it done without having to talk in front of the camera. But I got some opinions about some of the stuff I've seen that can't wait till Saturday. So I'm going to spend 20 minutes with you guys, just shooting the breeze. Now, when we went to Lansing for Kiddo's graduation, it was a good time. We went out to dinner, had a nice top and some jeans, but we weren't dressed like bums. I didn't think not at one time to take my phone out and record my family and myself eating and talking, because I just don't think that's content. But then again, I don't have to prove my relationship to the internet, so there's that. I'm watching yet again, because I got Yabba in my ear, this girl's date night, her Chili's mukbang, and she swears. And when I heard it last night in FFG's chat, she swears that we're all jealous. And her man says things like, oh, they can't afford, they must go to like Burger King. Honey, that's your heifer. Burger King isn't that good here in the States. I can't speak for everybody, but it's not, there are better restaurants out there. But you go to this restaurant, you're being gawked at by the few people that serve at that place. It's completely empty. Your filters are filtering to the damn max to where your phone and napkin are super spread. You show that you have no home training, no table manners. When we went to Lucky's, because that's a steak chain here in Michigan, I believe. I don't know if they're nationwide. They give you appetizers of fresh bread and shit like that. They also give you little plates to put that stuff on, so that when you cut it up, you don't dirty up the tables too much. But you have this heifer out there not only eating like a slob and being recorded by her loving husband who called her stunning. We'll get her. And then to add insult to injury, she just brushes the crumbs to the floor. I could never. No table manners. And I'm sorry that a lot of us who actually go out on dates and are with loving partners don't need to feel like we have to validate it to the internet. Don't need to make it coin worthy. I can't imagine wanting your life. And I know that you're watching, because you know the squeak in my bite. I love that for you. I love that you blame the clown gesture when we know you watch all of us. That's why you gave Joe I that community warning for no reason, yet want to say my ass is striking people, which I don't. I just don't care on that level. I just think that you have nothing going for you, heifer. No morning routine, no real purpose in life except to make money, stuffing food in your face. And if you had just owned that early on, you would still get critics. But people might have a little bit more respect than your fake health journeys and pretending like you're losing weight. Because you can say what you want about me. My man took a full body shot of me. Y'all can see it. Even with the loose skin, I'm going down because I am committed to a new life. I'm committed to not dying in a fat trap. I'm just committed to exercise. 20 minutes to 30 minutes a day. It's only going to be 20 today, y'all, because I'm talking and I'm doing weights. To just doing things to change my life. Oh, God, she's crunching in my ear. If you really wanted to change yourself, you could do it, heifer. But you don't. So stop faking the front. Just go on your Visa run, eat your way in through convenience stores in the hotel room, and inconvenience whatever locals you go to, and just be prepared to be gawked at. Because like I said, beings of a certain size, even my size, look out of place in Asia. They don't normally have people our size. It's not the norm. And I just feel like you think that you're a superstar enough to where they're staring at you for that. And honey, no. No, no, no. You are a big bitch in a very tiny pond, especially in Thailand. I'm kind of hoping you go to the Philippines, though. I really want to tell some of my cousins out there to look out for you, because that would be hilarious. But either way, y'all, heifer aside, I have some stills of her full body shots because she swears we're the same size, and it's like, nah, bitch, nah. I'm a big bitch, but I'm not as big as you. No way. But I realized that comparing my vacation to hers isn't really fair. Not only did I have a good time with my loving family, who I don't have to stick a camera in their face to prove that they love me, but I got to disconnect. I got to enjoy that time away and just really remember that it's just the internet. It's not supposed to be that serious. When she goes on this next visa run or luxury vacation, as she's going to try to label it, where they'll probably exploit animals, where she'll mukbang convenience food, she's going to have to make that content. And the sad part about that is I bet she would like to just make money and have an actual break, but she can't do that. Because she legitimately tied herself to the idea that she has to do this to make her living. It must suck. I can't relate. Either way, I got some big things on the horizon, y'all. I am so close to getting the rough draft of this next novel done. I'm hoping to release it by my grandmother's birthday, which is August 18th. I feel like it's symbolic. I released Axiom on my birthday 2 years ago. I'm going to release this one on my grandmother's birthday. And then I've got a book of short stories that connects some of the stories together that I'm going to work on. And hopefully get that done since they're short stories by my son's birthday next year. I know it's goals that can be hard when you're a writer to set, but I'm determined to get it done. I think when you set goals and when you're serious about your goals, you can do so much. You can make things happen. You don't have to rely on luck or virility. You just do what you love and things will happen. And I just feel like when I watch Chantel, when I watch Amber Lynn, when I see them give up before they even really got started, when I see that the only thing they really have to live for is internet validation, it's just sad. But with Chantal, I really can't stand her, so I just shrug. I think when she calls people jealous of her life, she's really looking at herself and saying that. Because we know, no matter how much you try to prove your chemistry, the fact that you have to prove it means that it doesn't exist. Going out to a fancy restaurant and having no home training, looking like a couch sofa, your man in camo and just super casual. I don't know who you were trying to impress, but your first date night with him, eating Western food, was way more fancier at least. At least he tried to put in a little bit more effort. I mean, he already got you, so he really doesn't have to anymore. I guess it's not like your sad anniversary where he got you a cake and you ate in the dark. At least it was more ambiance and lighting this time. Whew. I just say that for the heifer and her man, at least you tried. But maybe stop trying so hard because you're doing the exact polar opposite of what you think you're doing. I mean, it's comedy gold for us watching and reacting, but don't you feel a little bit embarrassed at this point? I know that for you, any kind of validation, any kind of anybody talking about you should be enough. But I would be literally embarrassed at this point, trying to prove that I'm worth it or I'm loved. You gotta love yourself. And if you truly loved yourself, it wouldn't matter what bitches like me say, it wouldn't matter what anybody said about you. But we know you watch all of us. And we know because, like though I said, That man that you blame this on does not watch her, does not feature her. So you go searching for us. You go searching for your name. Like I said, you know the fucking squeaky my exercise bike, but bitch, like other reactors have said that covered your stupid rage, at least I'm on here doing that. What are you doing for 20 minutes? You can't, your food doesn't even last that long. I just don't get it. You can be hateful. I can't stop you from it. You try to say that I'm hateful, that other reactors must have nothing going on for them because they're mean. You can multitask, bitch. I know it's foreign concept to you, but I can turn on what I need to address your nonsense and then go back to being decent and civil to everybody else. I don't have ire for most other people, but when you, there's a special place. I covered it on Saturday, but you're fucking weird. You're creepy. I don't believe any of your stories, and I do believe that you have problematic things in regards to minors. Why is one of your mods underage? That's fucking weird. We have a rule, because my husband streams on Twitch, and he's a game streamer. No children. We have his stream, even though it's more PG-13, rated mature. I'm one of his mods, because we don't want to run the risk of somebody underage hearing colorful language or dealing with people who make jokes. We're not here to babysit. So when one of your mods, I'm not going to name them outright because, like I said, they're minors, but most of us who know you know who they are, you need to get rid of that 14-year-old. That is fucked up, Foodie. There is absolutely no reason for this. I know you don't have any maternal instinct, no need to nurture at all, but come on, Pepper. Especially after that last Mr. Snowflake drop, where you literally said, oh, I'm old enough to be his mom? That's hot. Dude, no, fuck. I just can't. I can't imagine being this problematic for this many years and getting away with it. But that's how it is sometimes. Awful is rewarded. But I will have to thank you for several things. One, for your rage. Get my channel monetized. I'm always going to remind you that your little rage helped me out. Got me another stream of income coming in, which is always lovely. I also want to thank you for all the new creators that I am constantly finding and meeting that cover you. I have found several new, talented people who keep me laughing, keep me thinking. James Brightman's a newer one that I just caught. And he and I have a lot in common. Former 500-pounders, writers, and we cover you. It is amazing. I love that there's a global collective here in Girl World that can call your stuff out. Jenna Beck's another new one. She did some home repairs and covering you. Because bitches can multitask, honey. So many of my favorites that I've been following for months now, like Smokey Steve and Mark, Rose Dorn Reacts, FFG, Yaba, The House of Hannibal, Scorpio Angel, Blondie. New people like Krabby Joe, who does a color with me, Snarky Priest, Eerie Pepperoni, oh, and of course Mr. Snowflake, who I love his docuseries on You, Amber, and Beyond. I watched the other one that he put out the other day about that lady who literally had to fight for her life because her husband put a hit out on her. Y'all should go watch that. Mr. Snowflake is very talented. And that story was just unbelievable. But it's crazy when you marry somebody and then shit goes south. And then just something as simple as home ownership can set one partner against the other and spiral into a contract hire for killing. But she is a strong lady, and I don't want to give too many spoilers. Go watch that Mr. Snowflake drop. It's amazing. And then Jade Speculation Station, another favorite of mine, has been covering that baby reindeer lady. Oh my gosh, that is a fucking mess. I don't understand people who stalk others. And I don't understand why she couldn't just lay low. But she wanted all that attention, and she's going to get it. And then Aren't You Exhausted, who did mine lovely. I love my background, and I finally got everything fixed, I think. I'll know later on when I do the Bonnet Chronicles. Whew. But she covers a lot of TikTok grifters. People who literally get on TikTok, beg for money, and get mad when you call them out. Oh my goodness. The internet, I feel like it's in the stages of the dark ages, hopefully transitioning over to a stage of enlightenment. But right now, while we're living it, it just feels messy. It feels like awful is getting rewarded. Virility is what everybody wants to do. And where I'm from, viral is not a good thing. Being a virus, being popular for showing your ass is weird. Ooh, I watched this Walmart compilation last night while I was touching up a chapter. And this girl is laying in the aisle, not even the aisle, in the shelving, just opening up food, chewing it and spitting it out. All to be TikTok famous. And when I see shit like that, I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. Sometimes I'm team media when I see stuff like that. You know? I know a lot of us gawk and laugh at the pictures of the people at Walmart, because some people just go into those stores dressed like whatever. But it's always troubling to me when people go in just to cause trouble. Just to cause store and property destruction, or to waste food, waste people's time, just to get a ha-ha. Don't do that. Retail workers aren't paid enough, they are not respected enough, they go through way too much for your little wannabe prankster asses to be in there bothering them. Go get your education. Stop trying to be famous for being stupid. It is ridiculous. You know? One of the things I'm feeling lucky as a Gen Xer is that I never had to do anything like that. We played outside. We indulged in all kinds of shenanigans that there's no digital records of. We got to have fun. Being famous back then meant you really hustled. You worked hard. You got in with a company, whether it was a record company, a movie company, or a literary agency, and really shine. Nowadays, as much as I like the freedom, because I self-publish and it's a lot easier to do the work in my own pace and not feel bounded by a contract, it is weird that people don't even want to do that much effort anymore. They just want to have one viral video that can launch them into the stratosphere, and then they can hobnob with people who actually put in the work. I don't get it. You will never get me to get it. Oh gosh, she's doing the Gunther voice. But it's like I said, I feel like the previous dark ages, because I'm a history nerd, y'all, along with a science nerd, that we are in dark times right now, but the dark always gives way to an age of enlightenment. And while right now we side-eye these 500+ pound heifers who stuff their face for coin, who have to need a partner because they can't carry their channels by themselves, who exploit and harm animals, when we see the pranksters on TikTok and on here harassing people, some of them getting themselves shot for their trouble, when we see all of that, we have to remember they are the outliers. There are plenty of us who get on here, make our videos about things we love, whether it's reviews, whether it's calling out the heifer, whether it's like me, who multitask with my politics and social issue talk, or whether I get on my bike and sweat my fat off for you just shooting the breeze. This platform is full of so much good to counteract the bad. And I will always prefer to be on here, whether it speaks or not, whether people like the sound of it or not, than listening to the sound of her chewing, of her slurping, of her literally trying to unalive herself with copious amounts of food. We are not the same, Chantel. We couldn't. You do not know how to put in the effort. You do not understand that you are harming yourself. You're not hurting me. You're not hurting FFG. You're not hurting Yaba. You're not hurting any of the reaction channels doing what you're doing. So sticking it to us by shoveling food and saying, I'm 40, I can eat what I want. Okay, you can. But don't act like you're irreplaceable, honey. You're not. You are one of many right now, male and female locals. I just feel like when she says stuff like that, when she pretends like we're supposed to give a crap about her actions, honey, get some self-worth. Get some self-worth, then transition that into a little bit of self-esteem, and maybe then you'll understand I'm making a fool of yourself for 8 years, ain't it? Because you're not impressing anybody. A lot of us have things outside of YouTube. I know you don't believe it because that's not your life, but stop looking at things through your myopic lens. Oh, man. Almost done. Yep. 20 minutes. So, thank y'all so much for sweating with me, for watching this. I'm going to keep hydrated. We had to do this early because, like I said, we're in a heat wave zone. And I ain't trying to drop doing my routine. But I just wanted to show the heifer that I didn't give this up. That we are not the same. That we can do a side profile. I got a butt. I still got skin. But I am nowhere near your level. You're in the danger zone, girl, and you know it. And don't mind the boxes. We're going to finally start putting some of these books up, hopefully. It's a lot, y'all. But like I said, I would much rather sweat and do my thing than to ever do what the heifer does on here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all again probably next week when it's a bit cooler. Or, you know, I'm going to start maybe doing these at night because it's a bit cooler.